What is leadership? Well, personally, I don't think there is one clear-cut answer to that question. There are many different styles of leadership. We learned about them in Mr. Doyle's class freshman year. Some of the different types are serving, transactional, transformational, or charismatic. But which one is actually right? Personally, I think they're all right. Think of the world's greatest leaders, past and present. There's the obvious ones like George Washington, Abe Lincoln, and Sarah Mansfield. But what about the others? The ones that we don't know their names of. When someone thinks of the New York Yankees' greatest players, they think of the obvious Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, or Derek Jeter. But what about someone like Jorge Posada? Jorge Posada has been the Yankees starting catcher for 14 years straight. He has made 5 trips to the All-Star game and has won the World Series 4 times. Yet, Jorge is not even known as one of the top players of all time. Now, I'm neither a catcher nor a Yankee fan, go Rangers, but Jorge Posada is a guy that I think exemplifies what leadership is all about. Not only in sports, but in everything. He even takes his leadership off the field and has his own foundation to benefit kids with craniosynostosis. I don't know how to pronounce that one. Jorge's leadership style is definitely servant, which is what I try to base my life on as well. Jorge is not the type of guy you see running around, yelling at players, yelling at coaches, or yelling at umpires. He is content with doing his job and letting others follow. The reason this leadership style is so successful is because other players on his team see him doing it, and they see him doing the right thing, and they know that they do not want to let him down. When they see Jorge working as hard as he can day in and day out, behind the plate and while batting, they know they're expected to do the same thing as well. However, Jorge is what you would call a winner, and does not accept people, especially teammates, goofing off or doing what they aren't supposed to do if it's going to cost them a victory. Being a servant leader does not necessarily mean that you never get to talk or never get to voice your opinion to others. When other people are hurting your team's chances to achieve your goal, a servant leader still needs to step up and explain to them what they need to be doing. There is nothing wrong with doing this, and in fact, if this is done a few times, you will be someone that others do not want to mess with or let down. Because of Jorge's ability to talk to his teammates and express his opinions, I believe that he is one of, if not the most important player on the Yankees roster. When you think of the New York Yankees leaders, most people would think of Derek Jeter. He is the team captain, he's on the cover of every magazine, and he gets all the babes. However, Derek would be nothing without Jorge Posada. Many people do not think being a servant leader is successful. However, just look at how much success Jorge has gotten. From World Series victories and All-Star games to creating his own foundation, Jorge Posada is just one example of how being a worker first can have just as many benefits as yelling. Leadership has many different definitions. However, they all root back to one thing: teamwork. Not only do players on the team need to be good leaders, but others need to follow suit. I believe this leadership program is only a small study we can do relating to leadership. Going out and testing these styles in the real world is the only way to see what type of leadership best fits us. But the only way to do this is to continue to be ourselves, no matter what we do.